there's the neighborhood. In the neighborhood. Hey, Walter, how you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Hey, Jack. Now we're heading to my residence. Just gonna gather my wood and put it inside. Put it inside my house. Keep it dry from the rain and the elements. I've had that job at the same company for 20 years. You know, I've never been unemployed, never been homeless. This is my first experience of being homeless and jobless. When I came here, it wasn't that many people. It wasn't that as many as it is now. So I was able to plot my land, I say my land, where I can stake my tent. And I got a tent, and you know, I just like the pioneers did. We set up shop, and we went from there. You know. Yeah, so, you know, you start gathering and building up stuff through the weeks and times and months. And then finally, you get to a comfortable state where, you know, you can call it home.
So we're here at Tent City, Lakewood, New Jersey. About 6 miles down this way to the east, we have the Atlantic Ocean. Of course, north, if you go north about 60 miles, you've got Manhattan. 60 miles west, you've got Philadelphia. So the camp goes down this way quite a ways. It's a very big camp. It covers a lot of area. And so there's probably about 7 people that live down this way. And then there's people that live down this way. And the main part of the camp is down in this direction. So we've got you know, a tent like this. It lasts for about a year. In fact, we're going to have to replace this tent very soon. The zipper is broken. The zippers on the windows are broken. So yeah, I'm going to be going to the store to buy a new tent for this fellow real soon. So again, a tent will typically last about a year, and then we've got to replace it. This is one of our outhouses. Again, it's a very simple outhouse. It's the old-fashioned, just a pit in the ground, and with a little building over top with a toilet seat. And so when it gets filled up, we just move it over, fill that one in, and start a new one. And over here is our chapel. We have services there at 12:30 on Sunday. We have our kitchen over here and shower. And our new kitchen, which is going to be more like a dining hall. But you can see almost all the corners of the camp are being filled up. We have about 75 individuals right now. I anticipate by the summertime we'll probably have about 100 people living in Tent City if things keep on going the way they are right now.
These are our neighbors. These are all pretty new tents here. There weren't any tents over here till about a week or two ago. And also that tent there is new. So we were really far away from everybody now. I guess because the camp is getting so much bigger, you know, people are moving over this area. Well, this is our winter tent. And you can see it's been really insulated. So this is where I cook. This is it.
Yeah, take your time, buddy. Good t-shirts? Here.
This here is one of our little kitty cats that was born in the camp, and we've got 3 of them that are very friendly. They'll jump in your bed at nighttime, and you know, they'll go into anyone's tent and go to sleep or look for food, and so they're very friendly. You know, people see this as something freakish, you know, something out of the ordinary, something kind of, you know, bizarre, this tent city. But, you know, what it is, if this was, you know, in the West, you know, 100 years ago, you know, this would have been a mining town, you know, and people would have thought this is very normal. This is, you know, a mining town. This is a community.
If you look at history of every city in the world, every city has some squatter roots. Paris had squatters who lived outside. It was generally the people who lived right around the city gate or the wall that protected the city during the medieval period, or the lands that were either disputed or hard to build on. Here in New York, Central Park was originally a squatter domain. The Upper East and Upper West sides were completely occupied by squatters. There were squatters in London, there were squatters in San Francisco. I mean, this is not an unknown historical phenomenon. The squatter buildings were built of wood, they were built of materials that degrade over time, and so they disappeared. That means that we don't tend to see this history.
The word slum is a particularly, it was particularly valid in 19th century Britain, but it's been indiscriminately exported over the whole world, and it's completely inappropriate. So, I mean, people have tried to find better ways of expressing it, like informal settlement or community or squatter community or migrant communities. I mean, there are all sorts of euphemisms. But there isn't really a satisfactory term for it. They're communities of poor people, basically. But it's rather a mouthful to say communities of poor people. So people say, oh, well, you know, slums. And in the 19th century, London was much more like the great cities of the South today.
Le terme bidonville en français est une mauvaise contraction de 2 mots, c'est un terme bricolé qui traduit en fait le bricolage qui est à l'origine de beaucoup des constructions du bidonville. Selon les pays, ça porte toutes sortes de noms différents. Dans les villes indiennes, on va utiliser les termes village ou cité qui vont se traduire par nagar. Les Turcs l'appellent les Gecekondu, ce qui signifie construit en une nuit. En Amérique du Sud, on va l'appeler le barrio. Au Brésil, c'est évidemment la favela qui est plus connue.
There's a definition of the word slum, and it means the worst, most deprived, most neglected, most unhappy, most unresourceful community that you could ever go into. But when you get to these communities, that's not what you find.
அவங்க துண்டு கிண்டு இருந்தால் கச்சி பந்து எடுத்துன்னு வைப்பாங்க துணியை தோடி போட்டு மேடம் தூங்கக்குள்ளே மேடம் எனக்கு சீக்கிரம் எழுந்திரிக்கணும் சீக்கிரம் 4 மணி 5 மணிக்கெலாம் எழுந்திரிக்கணும் என்ன பசங்களுக்கு சாப்பாடு செய்யணும் சாப்பாடு செஞ்சுட்டு வீட்டெல்லாம் க்ளீன் பண்ணிவிட்டு நம்ம எப்படி போய் அந்த வீட்டில் எப்படி வேலை பண்ணணும் அந்த வீட்டில் எப்படி வேலை பண்ணணும் எவ்வளோ